Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome you again. Now let's have a look at our video.
مدرسة المجتمع الابتدائية الإعدادية الثانوية الخاصة بالبنات.
Okay, here we have our school vision, which is إعداد فتيات متعلمات قادرات على بناء مجتمع واعٍ متحضر محافظ على أخلاقه وقيمه ومستخدما للتكنولوجيا الحديثة. Okay, now let's start. Now for starter, I upload here a very nice video. Just I want to watch the video, then answer the gaming question.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Stay tuned for more information at the end. Politicians often blame video games for some of the violence in our world, and while it is true that the top 5 most popular video games right now are all shooter games, do the guns on screen really translate into aggression in real life? Can video games make you violent? One of the main arguments people make against video games is that they prime kids to be violent. Priming is a non-conscious form of memory where one stimulus influences the response to a subsequent stimulus. For example, if I said the word yellow, then asked you to name a fruit, you would most likely say banana. This led to a study in which researchers had participants play one of 2 games. One game where they were in a car avoiding collisions, another where they were just a mouse avoiding a cat. Following the game, the researchers, based on priming, hypothesized the players would be faster at categorizing objects associated with the game they played more quickly in the real world. So the players looked at pictures of things like a bus or a dog, and were asked to quickly label them either as a vehicle or an animal. Those who played the car game were no faster at categorizing vehicles, and those who played the cat game were no faster at categorizing animals. In fact, those who played each game had a slower reaction time to the related category, meaning negative priming might actually be occurring. Oh, science, you're always just messing with us, aren't ya? But unlike the 8-bit games of our past, today's game designers are capable of producing incredible graphics. Therefore, another criticism is the more realistic a game, the more likely it will activate aggressive behavior. To study this concept, one study had participants play one of 2 combat games. One where the characters were modeled using ragdoll physics, movements modeled off of the human skeleton, which means they had very physically realistic death behaviors. The other game used deaths that were extremely unrealistic. Afterwards, aggression was assessed via a word association test, and the game with the more realistic deaths showed no increase in aggression. Of the available research, most find no link between video games and violence. A meta-analysis of studies showing a positive link between games and aggression found that they often used ineffective lab tests of aggression, for example, measuring brain waves and heartbeats, which doesn't necessarily translate to actual criminal behavior. And in the past, when a correlation has been found, it's been weak. Criminologists who study mass homicides refer to the link between violent games and crime as a myth. In fact, in 2011, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that research did not find a clear connection between violent video games and aggressive behavior. Unfortunately, we all know how often, after a crime, video games and violent media get brought into the conversation. But the truth is, this might actually be distracting from the more significant causes of violence.
Okay.
This episode is sponsored by...
Okay. Now, it's your turn. After watching this video, I want you just to practice this one. What's your favorite video game? Which one is your favorite? Did you like it? Why or why not? Okay? Just answer this question by your own. Think about it. Think about your favorite video games. Okay? Now, let's start our lesson for today. We are in lesson 2E, Sula book page 30, read and speak. And our objectives for today: number 1, complete 3 missing gaps with 3 phrases from the box. Number 2, match 2 sentences from the dialogue about video game with their functions. And our vocabulary: race, congratulations, fantastic, excited, scared, detailed. Okay? Now, let us start. Have a look at this. Cars. What do you think is suitable vocab for this one? That's right. Race. The word here is race. Yes, I want just now to bring out your notebook, write a new vocabulary, and try to put them in sentences. Okay, let's continue. Have a look at this one. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations, that's right. Yeah, We say this one for passing exam or graduating from school or university. That's right. You have here the word fantastic. That means so great. That's right. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Have a look at this man. He is excited. That's right. He is excited. Then, what about this one? What do you think? He is scared. Yeah. Then, now, a piece of information about something. We call this one detail. So I told you, give me the details about, for example, the graduation ceremony. Okay? Now open your student book page, start exercise A. Let us start. Here we have to practice speaking. Before that, I want just to give you an outline. You know what you are going to do in this class, okay? We are going to definition, then I went to expression of giving news. How can I give news to other? How can I respond as this is news? And after that, I will give you example how to practice all of this. Okay? Now, let's start by talking about the definition. Yeah, giving and responding news is a lesson about how someone give a news to another person and respond a news from the other person. Okay? Now, have a look at this one. How can I give me news? I have put here an expressions of giving news. How can I express? Okay? For example, I can start by guess what? Have you heard about? Do you already know the news about? Then I mention, yeah, my news or my point of view. Okay? Can you believe it? He or she. Then complete your sentence. Hey, I got some news for you. Okay? Let's continue. Okay. Now, I want to respond to this news. I also put here expressions of responding news. How can I respond? Wow, that's a great idea. Well done. I'm glad to hear that. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. That's very good in news. Okay, now it's time to make a role play. To practice more, just I wanted to pause the video now. Try have a look at this conversation. Try to do this one with one of your family member, or even you can do it by yourself. Okay. Now have a look at the first. Oh yeah, he's saying, "Good morning, Roy. Good morning. You are so happy. What happened? Yeah, I'm asking for what for news. Guess what? I got a news. Guess what? Notice this one. To express what? That's right, news. Please tell me what is it? There are some new books in the library. We can read all of them. Okay? How to respond? Really? That's good. Is there any book with picture in it? I don't know. Let's just check it. Okay, let's go. Done with this part. You can practice more talking about anything that you want to give news about. Okay? Now let's move on to your talk. Then we have exercise A. Read complete the dialogue between two friends with the phrases from A to C. Okay, now pause the video, do this one in your box, then come back to check your answers. Yeah. In the box here I have A, tell me about it. P, guess what? C, lucky you. Then I have here the conversation between A and P. Have a look at this one. What do you think? Yeah? Hi, Stephen P. The answer is B. Guess what? What? I'm gonna use new video game. Really? That's great. What do you think? The answer A. Tell me about it. Well, then he mentioned its name. It was car racing. Okay? Notice here. How can I choose the correct answer? Then move on to P with the answer 3. And the correct answer is lucky you. I want a new video game too. Okay? Done with this part? Okay. Now have a look at P. Look at the sentence below from the dialogue and match them with A or P. I have here giving news or giving details. I've got a new video game. So I'm here what? Giving news. That's right. Number 2, well, it's called Marvel and it's a car racing game. It's full of action and I love it. Okay, here what I'm doing here, yeah, that's right, give more extra information. So we call this one giving details. That's right. Okay, the answer here is B. Now, again, I want you to practice speaking at home, okay? Do this one as much as you can. Have a look at this one. You can just imitate this one out and use any topic that you want, okay? Have a look at this one. Hey, I've got some good news for you. What is that, Nadine? Our group got the highest score in the science assignment. Really? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Wow, awesome. I hope we can get the highest score again on the next assignment. Yeah, me too. Okay? Now to move on to exercise B, I want you just to imagine a friend give you the following news. What details would you like to know? Think of the two questions and write them as in the example. Your number one is already done for you. Have a look at this one. Try to answer the number 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? Just have a look at number 1. I want to the new amusement park. So, when did you go there? Or I can ask him, how was it? Okay, notice this one. Have a look number 2. Listen to this. I'm a famous person. Yeah, I can ask him, so, who was he? When did you meet him? Okay, have a look at number 3. Just what? I won a competition. How can I respond to this is news? Yes, I can say congratulations. When did you win it? Okay. Number 4. Did I tell you about my new mobile phone? Really? What is it? Okay. Done. Now, we have a closure activity. Just I uploaded here a wonderful game. You can play this one, practice speaking and the given vocabulary in this video. Okay. Make sure that you copy this link, put it in the Google, search about this one, and have fun and learn. Okay. Enjoy this one. And as a homework to practice more, you just want to open your workbook, page 32, exercise C. Exercise C. Okay. Do this one at home and let me see it at school. Thank you and see you next time, inshallah.